Much. This only cold is suffering me a lot.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, hey, Ahmed.
Hello.
Hey, Ahmed, Mike here.
Hello, Mike.
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you?
Yeah, me also. Thank you.
Okay, anyway, good to achieve now. I see you're feeling better.
To some extent.
Oh, okay. So hey, I just wanted to check, like, the progress we have done so far. So let's do this. Let's after the session is over, let's have like a 5-minute chat, so that we
Yeah,
can
sure. Sure.
all right,
Sure.
thanks. So I think the session is like 1 hour today.
1 hour. I'll try. I'm asking my other student from a different batch whether he is
Okay.
going to join or not. Still, he
Okay.
has not replied. Based upon his reply, I'll continue for 2 hours or 1 hour.
Okay. I will come back in 1 hour then.
Yeah, no problem. You can.
All right, sure.
Okay, thank you. Do's.
It's Emma who is online.
Oh, I see Do's name over there.
Yeah,
So
I
you are
know.
using Do's credential.
I have used her link.
Okay. She has also joined.
I was trying to reach her, but she's not picking up her phone.
Yeah,
Hello,
she has joined.
I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I
Hello.
didn't. Hello.
Yes, I can.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't know we have a training today, as you said last
Oh,
time.
is it so?
Yeah.
You have not checked your mail then.
Let me see.
Haven't you checked your mail? Hello.
Hello.
It's okay, no problem.
Okay.
Give me 2 minutes. I'm
Okay.
mailing my other student whether he's joining the session or not at after this session. Yes. Today we will look into the Log4J tool.
Okay.
Can you see my screen now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Fine. So generally, when we execute programs to check whether the values are coming correctly or not, we will be using SOP statement, right? System.out.println and print on console and look at the status of the values, right?
Yeah.
So writing that system.out.println is not a recommended approach. Instead, we need to have a sophisticated mechanism
Okay.
to debug. So writing with SOP statement is nothing but debugging our program. So to perform the debugging, to analyze what values are getting into the method and finally what the method is returning. So for
Okay.
finding these things, we need to have a proper framework. So we are looking into that framework.
Okay.
All right. So we will be looking into that Log4J framework.
Okay.
So you can look here. There is a scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Assume you are a developer and you are developing a web application. And this web application is hosted to customers residing in India. For you, it is in India. Here it is represented as US. As you are from US, let it be the customer is from India. Okay.
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 So assume that you are staying in US. Assume not assume you are in US. Okay, and maintaining the application. What do you mean by maintaining the application?
From US. Mm-hmm.
What do you mean by maintaining the application? Do you have any idea about maintaining the application?
Yeah.
Checking,
Checking if everything
monitoring.
works well
Okay,
and
agreed. Any other thing?
whenever there is a problem,
Okay, agreed.
make
When does
some
this
updates.
right. So when does this maintenance comes into picture? After developing the application, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Fine. So the application is already developed and it is used by a customer residing in India. So
Yeah.
while this customer is working, there may be some problems with the application, or the customer may be having new requirements, enhancements, modification. So these kind of things developers them after developing the application. So
Mm-hmm.
all those things addressing the modifications, enhancements, a kind of support provided to the customer while he is using the application
Yeah.
comes under maintenance part. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are maintaining the application. So the thing is, you can see yes. So customer is using the application in India, and you go to office at 10 a.m. of your time, and find out that the customers have faced some serious problems accessing the application at around 1 a.m. here in India. So
Mm-hmm.
customer is using the application here. Somewhere he faced an issue while he is working. So the thing is, the main thing is, when the customers in India are using, the time would be day here, and you who are residing in US would be night over there, and you will be, of course,
Yeah.
away from office, right?
Right.
Right.
So when you are back to office, somewhere the issue happened in India by with that application when customer was using. So it happened around 1 a.m. when he is working. So you will be coming the other day or the before day based upon the time zone. The other day, of course. Other day you will be coming, and you would like to. So the customer has asked you to analyze what has happened when he was using the application when you were not there, right?
Right.
Right.
Now, your responsibility is to analyze the problem and give a solution. So to analyze that, when you are not there, then you need to have some tracing mechanism, right? What has happened at the time when the client, when the customer was using, right?
Yeah.
So you need to find the root cause of the problem
Yes.
and provide a report for them.
Yeah.
To analyze that problem, what has happened somewhere 8-9 hours ago, then you need to provide a mechanism that is logger. Okay, logger is a log4j. We say log4j is a framework which will put that status of the values, like in SOP statements we print, right? Instead, it puts the values data into some notepad. We call them as log file. That
Okay.
notepad would be having an extension .log. Okay,
All right.
then yes. So what this logging is, you can see here. Logging means recording the activities of the program or application in a notepad. That notepad is known as log file.
Right.
The log files can be analyzed to troubleshoot the problems. So those SOP statements are printed onto the notepad now. So
Okay.
you will be opening that notepad and look at the what is that messages that were logged by your application. And over there, the time also is mentioned there. I mean, there will be an entry for the time also in the log for what is that log file notepad, so that you can understand. Okay, at this particular time, and a method is getting the wrong data. So it was something went wrong, and application did not respond.
Yes.
So we can easily trace out by looking at the status of your application in that log file notepad. So logged information helps to analyze the execution flow of the application. Then what are the things can be logged? So input parameters of a method. So if a method is having some parameters, so what values are it is getting? So those values can be printed. That's what input parameters of a method can be logged. Then some debug information to troubleshoot the execution flow. So we know that the program execution flows sequentially. There may be some control structures over there which is taking somewhere else. Then you can put some SOP statements over there where the control is going from one method call to another method call. So that kind of information we call it as debug information. So some debug information to troubleshoot the execution flow also can be mentioned. Then return values of a method. Okay, method has taken some values and it is processing them. Finally, what it is returning. So that also can be seen in the notepad. Then exception stack trace. So there are try catch mechanism, right? So we'll be using try catch mechanism. Over there, we in exception handling in catch block particularly, we will write the messages, right? So e dot get message or I mean exception dot get message or exception dot print stack trace, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So over there, the exception stack trace also can be seen in the notepad. It means we can log that exception stack trace also. Exception stack trace is nothing but a detailed information when some exception has occurred is mentioned in catch block. That detailed information can be seen in the notepad.
Okay.
Okay. You need to remember this, where this log can be applied, in what areas and what context. So it is clear that in exception handling we use, particularly in catch block, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And in method. before method execution, we can print the parameter values, or even in the method execution, the first line we can print the parameter values, right?
Right.
And the return type, after execution of the method, we can print the return type, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Right. So the main components of Log4j are, so you can see there are three components: logger, appender, layout. So logger, this is the object the application uses to log the message. Okay, I have been telling you that when we use this Log4j framework, the SOP statements, whatever we generally use for debugging, those statements, whatever they put onto the console, display onto the console, can be now logged into a notepad, I said, right?
Right.
Okay.
So who is going to put that in notepad? The logger object. Okay.
Okay.
Then appender. So appender used to send the information given by the logger, so given by the above component, to different destinations like a console, file, message queues. So the thing is, I told you that there will be a notepad where all these messages would be uh, put in that notepad while your application is being executed. If we want, we can configure these messages are to be displayed on the console as well. If we want, you can see the destination. Destination generally it would be file notepad. So if you want, you can configure it to be displaying on console also. Likewise, if you are working with some complex business logic and there are some message queues to which you want to pass some information, you can make them to get into these message queues. So we can configure. So what object is going to help in making these information, that is application status information, to be seen on a file or on console or some destination, is appender. Okay.
Okay.
Appender is going to use these logged messages. Logged messages are generated by this logger object. Got it?
Right.
Now layout. So it is this is used to make your own layout of logged message. So you can form a layout. So there may be header, maybe footer. So if you want, however you need, you can form a layout over there. Okay.
Okay.
So here, logging levels in Log4j. There are various logging levels, and you need to remember these logging levels. And you need to remember where these logging levels are used. It means in which environment. So when in which environment means when you are working on projects, real-time projects. So there will be development environment, production environment, testing environment. So there will be three environments. So development environment in the sense we programmers where we are working in an office. So a team, right?
Yeah.
So we have all the tools, servers, everything. We develop the application and then we send it to customer. So customer actually uses, right?
Yeah.
So customer uses it, and we are going to configure our application in customer's environment, right?
Right.
Come on.
Hello?
The thing is, we will develop an application and we will hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. Hardly.
Can you hear
But
me? Is there any breakage in voice?
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, I repeat. I repeat.
We can't
So
hear
I
you.
was talking about, let me write.
Hello, Hamid.
I was talking about the environments. Hello.
Hello?
Your hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hardly your voice is breaking.
Hello.
Yes,
Hi.
Ahmed. Now we can hear
Ah,
you. Oh,
with your video also, it's showing the slide. Right, right. Maybe due to this network issue.
Yeah.
okay.
Yes, I have good signal strength also. Yes. Okay.
Hmm?
So to development environment, we will write the application. We will code the application. Team which will test the application. And if there are any between the requirements and the output given by the application, then the testing team will address that and give back to the development team, and development team will rework. Again, it is given. Testing team finally will approve. Okay, it is as per the functionality. Then your application is given to production environment. So
Yeah.
over there,
Mhm.
it is configured at a client's location. So
Yeah.
client will be starting using client location, right? So you need to remember here where these logging levels are used in production environment and development environment. So some are turned on in
Okay.
development environment, some are turned on in production environment. I'll highlight them, so you need to
Okay.
remember them. Okay.
All right.
So the various logging levels are debug, info, warning, error, and fatal error. Okay. Serious error is a fatal means. Yes. Now we are looking into
Mhm.
each level in detail.
Okay.
So this debug level, it is used for debugging the application. What do you mean by debug? Any idea?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, let me know.
Debugging debugging is kind of testing your program by seeing the flow of the program, how each point of the program out how if it's working correctly the way you
Right,
wished it to work.
right, right, right. So testing, fine. Here testing means maybe your application is not giving an output which is expected. It means there is a bug in your program, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And you need to trace out that bug and debug it. It means remove the bug,
Yeah.
Mm,
right?
Right.
So
right.
removing the bug is nothing but debugging. Bug is nothing but an abnormality in your application which is giving an output not as per the requirement.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
Okay.
right. So when we use this debug level, this is typically used to find whether the statements are executed and the intermediate values of the execution. So here to find out the statement execution as well as the intermediate values in that execution statements. Okay.
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 And it is generally used in if else blocks to find out the flow of execution. So flow of execution means we need to check with our control structures, right?
Yeah.
Control structures will determine the flow of execution, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So what are these control structures? Can you name them?
Sorry?
Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
So what are the control structures? I'm asking you the control structures. What are the control structures? Can you name some? Hello?
Yes.
Hello, Ahmed. You're saying control what?
Control structures.
Mm.
Control structures.
Structures.
We have no
Hello,
idea.
Ahmed.
Yes, again there is a network issue. Yes, I can hear you properly. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hi. Yeah, like, but we
Hello.
can hear you. Hello.
Maybe due to this. Yes, yes. Now it's clear. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Is that
So we're
okay?
talking about the if condition.
Yes. You can see my screen here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, right. If condition, I told. Debug is used in if condition, I said.
Yeah.
So over
This.
there,
Mm-hmm.
program execution flow is fixed. So this program execution flow is determined by control structures, I told you, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm asking you some examples of control structures.
Mm-hmm.
The switch, the for loop,
Right,
the do while,
right.
the while.
If else, right, while, nested
Else,
if,
yeah.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
So all these are
Or
control structures, right?
yes.
Right.
Right.
Yes. So here, what is production environment? You can see here a definition for production environment, which I just mm, explained. So assume we develop application for a retail customer. For the retail customers to access, we need to deploy the application in the dedicated server. The server and other supporting softwares are referred to as production environment. I told you we will be configuring our application at a client location, right? We will be
Right.
configuring
Right.
the application in client location on his machines. So assume we are
Mm-hmm.
using Tomcat server, then MySQL database, right?
Right.
Right.
So we need to install the Tomcat as well as MySQL on client machine, right?
Yeah.
Right.
That thing we are talking here. So production environment.
Okay.
Okay. So
Yes.
this debug mode
Okay.
will be normally turned off in production environment. We can control the turn off, turn on things. I'll tell you how to control it. Okay.
Okay.
So in debug, the debug level would be turned off in production environment. Okay.
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 So how to debug? You can see there is a simple piece of code here. How to debug? We will be obtaining the logger object first. So how to obtain that logger object? You can see logger here, right? Logger. So logger is a class, and we have get logger, a method in it. Okay.
Yeah.
So this get logger, we are going to pass our class name,
Okay.
program class name.
Yeah.
So there is login business object, login business object. I am passing that. So this statement is written in every class to obtain the logger object. In every class, we will be giving that class name over here. Okay.
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 And you can see I got the logger object here. Logger object, that is log. Got it? LOG. On that log, debug is a method. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And here you can write our own message, system.out.println message we will be writing, right? Message
Yes.
string. That message here, and plus concatenation operator, and you can write the variables over there, and it displays the variable value.
Okay.
And the same thing here you can see, I obtained the logger object in my login BO class. Validate user is a method present in this login BO. Okay.
Okay.
And here you can see validate user is obtaining one user object, right?
Yeah.
So I told you user bean, right?
Yeah.
User bean is generally a bean that collects information from user input, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Farm data, and that bean is being transferred from controller to service layer to DAO layer, right? In our sample MVC application, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So that
Yeah.
bean can also be known as transfer object. I write here transfer object. So model, right, in MVC.
Yes.
Model is nothing but data. That is nothing but bean. This bean we have alternate name TO, TO or VO we say. It means transfer object or value object.
Okay.
These are alternate names for that bean. Okay.
Okay.
So we are transferring the object across the layers, bean object, right?
Right.
So we call it as transfer object. Likewise, it has some values that are being transferred from the controller to business, business to DAO, right?
Right.
So we call it as transfer object or VO. That is a TO, transfer object or VO, value object. Okay.
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 So here you can see user VO they have mentioned, user value object. As far as user bean it is, right?
Right.
Yes.
And you can see that method may be throwing some exception, throw some login business exception, login exception, maybe. Okay. There may be method throwing some exception also. Then look here,
Okay.
string message equals to null, and user DO from service layer to business layer to will be connecting to DO, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we create a DO object, right?
Right.
And there is a flag. They have given a value 0. Okay. And in user DAO, there is a method get user details, and you pass that user object. Okay.
Okay.
And this method gets executed. It returns the flag value then, right?
Right.
Right.
So we got the log, and we are using log.debug. The authentication flag value. You can see a flag value.
Yeah.
So that
This
flag value
message comes
display.
from where?
So generally we write SOP, system.out.println, and we write a authentication flag and a flag value, right?
Yeah.
Instead, now this will be posted into a file.
Oh.
So that file would be like this. I'll show you. Just a minute. I'll show you so that you can get an idea. copy that slide also. Right here. I'm trying to show you sample log file.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll write on the notepad instead of trying a new one. Okay. So it would be something like this. So maybe we are executing right now. It would be like a 10 October 2015 and time maybe 0539 539 54 seconds. It would be like this. Authentication flag equals to, so maybe it is getting an integer, right? Maybe 5 something. So it prints like this in the notepad. Got it?
Got it.
Mm.
Here authentication flag, and it brings the flag value over there. Then you can see here in this piece of code we are checking that flag value. If it is 0, do something. If it is not 0, then do some other thing. Okay, you can see if else condition. And I told you this debug level is used in if else condition.
Yeah.
And you can see here if flag value
Okay.
equals to 0, property.util get error message. So some error messages they are displaying. Okay.
Okay.
And we have already
Okay.
gone through this property util, right? Resource bundle.
Yes.
So get error message and the error constant here. We have given hard coded value 5015 510 520, right?
Yeah.
Invalid user detail are successfully logged in, right? Instead
Yeah.
we declare we can declare error constants, and we can use some variable like, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
And here we get that message, okay? That message is being displayed here. You can see here message. Got it?
Yeah. Got it.
Mm.
And if flag value is 1, then display this message. Got it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see we have log.info level here. They across various levels, debug is one level and info is another level, right?
Right.
So
Okay.
info is generally used to print the information. So validate user response flag value. And authentication, not what is it? Method validated user invoked. So and so user we got into the method. You can see here information it is. So log.info. So in one program we can use the various levels also. Log.info, log.debug based upon the context. Okay. In if else
Yeah.
condition we use log.debug. And if we are interested to display some information about the user, all those things, you can do like this log.info. Okay.
Okay.
And all these messages are seen in notepad then with those values. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Info level. So where do we use this info level? It is used to log values for information purpose only. And this is usually used to print the method entries and exit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And they are used for printing the input parameters and return values. Okay. Any
Okay.
other relevant information which the developer thinks that is needed to analyze the application in production environment, then we will be printing it using info level.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And this info is turned on in production environment. So debug is off and info level will be on in production environment. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then how to log this information using info level? First thing is you need to obtain the logger object. Okay, the obtaining the logger
Okay.
object is the same statement. Okay,
All
and how
right.
to log,
Mm.
how to use this info, log.info message and the variable values like this
Okay.
values. The
All right.
two things represented in green color are syntax kind of thing. Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
and you can see here there is a piece of code validate user, and here method validated the same thing info we are highlighting here. Okay,
Um.
Oh,
info log.info here method
Yes.
validated and the user invoked the user object which we are obtaining, as well as the response given by the flag value, right? This one.
Right.
okay.
So it displays the flag value over there, as well as the user which has been given to this method user. Okay,
Okay.
Okay.
got it?
Got it.
Error level. So this is used to log all exception occurring in the application. So I told you we can print messages that are given by the exceptions. So whenever some exception occurs in the application, those exception stack trace also can be displayed.
Yeah.
So error level is used over there. So when used this error level, so this always used in catch blocks and print the stack trace. Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
and it is used to troubleshoot the exceptions that are thrown by the application. Okay,
Yeah.
and this error level also is turned on in production environment because we need to know the exceptions that were given by the application during execution.
Okay.
Right. And how to log these errors? You can see same steps. First, we need to get the log object, and you can use log.error exception occurred and so on. So exception you can display.
Mm.
Okay.
There is a try catch block. You can see piece of code. So try catch block you can see some piece of code over there, and in catch block, if some exception occurs, log.error exception occurred while login, and this exception E. Okay.
Okay.
So this is how we use in catch blocks. Log.error. Then when some exception occurs during execution of your application, this message is seen in the notepad then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Fatal level. So used to log serious errors which may lead to system crash. So there may be some serious errors in your application.
Yeah.
Those errors can be logged using log.fatal. You can see used to log fatal errors which are unrecoverable, such as database connection lost, application property file used by the resource bundle missing. So that resource property file is there, right? We are talking
Yeah.
about resource bundle.
Yes.
That concept of using resource bundle in your application is nothing but internationalization, we say.
Mm.
Internationalization. I write here. Internationalization. It means your application can display Japanese language text as well as English as well as some Greek also, because you're using based upon the local the dot property files. You can configure it, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Mm.
So such a thing is known as internationalization. In short, I-18N we say. This one. I-18N. Have you heard of this internationalization anytime?
No.
No.
At least I-18N anywhere?
No.
No.
So that's what your application supporting the international languages So maybe Japanese language or Greek language or some other language apart from English. So you are making your application in such a way that it is used globally.
Okay.
And here you can see it's a I18N. The
Mm.
reason is I is the first letter, N is the last letter in internationalization. In between that there are 18 letters in it.
Okay.
Mm.
That's why we call it as I18N.
Oh, okay.
This is also one of the important interview questions. They may ask you what is I18N,
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
internationalization. And
Sir,
what else? Yes.
yeah, before you continue, you said that this Log4J
Ah,
is a tool which is used to, I mean, to get the information of the application, the web application,
right,
all
right,
the
right.
time. So this factor or debug, they are being
Ah,
called all the time, every time someone is logging into the application and
right,
doing something.
right, right, right,
Mhm.
right.
Okay.
So these would be executed whenever we are using our application. Suppose there is a login page, you will be logging in.
Yes.
So you will be logging in and you will perform some transactions. So
Mhm.
who has logged in? We can find out the username over there, right?
Right.
Yes. Mhm.
So all those things can be traced out.
Ah,
Instead of
okay.
using SOP statements, we use loggers. That's it.
Okay. I understand now.
Right. What is resource bundle and we use this fatal error inside exception catch blocks, which the developer feels that the exception is some serious error, serious kind of.
Mm.
And you can see over there, same routine steps. You need to obtain the logger object, then log.fatal f being the small over there. Method, right? It is.
Yeah.
Right.
So exception occurred, and you can print the exception out. Okay.
Mhm. Okay.
And there are steps how to create your log4j and sample. You need to create log4j.properties file.
Mhm.
Okay.
So we have created a messages.properties file right long ago in our application while working with resource
Yeah.
bundle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Likewise, log4j.properties file will create. I mean, we'll name a file as log4j.properties. That's
All
nothing
right.
but notepad.
Yeah. Okay.
And add log4j jar file into webinf lib folder.
Folder.
So to work
Okay.
out with this log4j, we need to download this log4j.
Your file. Yes.
So log4j jar file download. So you need to download it. You can see here from Java 2's website. This one. We need to download this
Mhm.
and we need to save it. Then open that. It's a zip file. Unzip it. Yes. This file is supposed to configure in webinf lib. Okay. Copy, paste, and
Yeah.
you have to configure that. I believe you are familiar with that step, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. This file, actual file, .jar file, you can see log4j.jar.
Yes.
This file has those two routine steps. I mean, this log class is present in the jar file. Okay.
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 And you need to put that file in web.inf lib folder, then configure. So load the log4j.properties file in startup servlet. So the thing is, when you are working with web application, your log4j.properties file should be loaded. This file, first step file. Okay. So who is going to load that means you need to write a servlet, and that servlet would be loading when during the startup of your application.
Okay.
So we can configure servlets in such a way that I can tell my servlet this particular servlet should be the first one to be executed when server started, when application accessed. We can configure it. There is a special tag with servlet which talks about which servlet would be executed first. The tag name is load on startup tag, and we'll be giving a value over there 1. This is my servlet, first servlet to be executed, should be loaded. Okay. And this is also one of the important interview questions. They will ask you, how can you configure your servlet to be loaded first? Got it? Generally, our servlet gets loaded when in two contexts our servlet gets loaded. I repeat, 1. When the user is sending the request, then our servlet gets loaded, right?
Yeah.
And when the server is started and our servlets are present in the server, and when we start the server, servlet get loaded. These are the two ways, right?
Right.
So here you can say my servlet would be loaded. I mean to say my servlet is the first one to be loaded. We can give the value over the first servlet to be loaded by using load on startup tag. I'll show you that tag soon here.
Yes.
Okay.
So you need to configure your servlet that your servlet should be loaded first. Okay. Your servlet would be loading this log4j.properties file. Got it?
Yeah. Good.
Create the logger object in a class and which needs to be logged. That's what get logger, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Those routine steps, and use the logger object with info, debug, error, fatal levels.
Message. Yes. Mm.
And your log4j.properties file would be like this. Look here. So you will be creating a notepad with the name log4j.properties file, and inside the web.inf folder you are going to mention this. Please do remember the path where you are storing this log4j.properties file. It is in web.inf. Okay. Got it?
Yeah.
Got it.
And our log4j.jar file. Jar file would be in web.inf lib, right?
Right.
Right.
Right. Our log4j.properties file would be in web.inf.
Yeah.
Then the configuration information. I told you, right, the logged messages can be onto a console or onto a notepad or onto some destination. We can configure it, I told you, right?
Yes.
Right.
So we can configure that in our log4j.properties file. You can see log4j.root logger is info level, and we are using a file here. Got it?
Got it.
Got it.
These are predefined these are. Then appender. So here you can see there are various types of appenders in logger. So arg.apache log4j rolling file appender. So this is a kind of appender which would add these messages to notepad. Okay.
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 And here log4j owner is Apache. You can see here Apache. Apache is nothing but we have been using Tomcat, right? Tomcat is also from Apache.
Yes.
And okay, I told you that all these messages would be logged into a notepad. You are going to mention the destination of this notepad. maybe in your C drive or D drive, whatever the location. Okay,
Okay.
location this is. And the maximum file size of your notepad also you can mention 2 MB.
Okay.
Then file maximum backup index. Some that file also can be taken backup. So some backup index. They have mentioned some number over there too. Then layout, pattern layout. So there are various layouts. This is pattern layout. Okay.
Okay.
And layout conversion patterns. So it is going to put those messages in this way. Some. You just copy paste these things. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I'll show you that where to get it from. This is a simple sample of this log4j dot properties file. We need to create a notepad in WebINF and copy paste these things from Google. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And logging levels hierarchy. So here you can see the maximum level and the minimum level. Fatal, error, warning, info, debug. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So when a particular level is set, all the levels above it will be automatically enabled. So if info is set, automatically above that warning, error, fatal also are enabled.
Okay.
Got it?
Got it.
In log4j dot properties, we mentioned info level over there. This one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you mention over there one level, the above levels would be automatically configured, automatically enabled.
Okay.
Info we mentioned, so warning, error, fatal will be automatically enabled.
All right.
Yes.
This is also one of the important interview questions. Okay.
All right.
So log.debug will not log any messages in the log file as the below, that is we mentioned it at info level, because yeah, debug is below this info, right, in the hierarchy.
Yeah.
So you need to remember this hierarchy also.
Okay.
Some do's and don'ts in loggers. Okay.
Okay.
Avoid logging sensitive data like passwords. It means do not display passwords.
Yes.
The general thing. Avoid logging unnecessary info statements. Rather use log.debug. The reason why? Can you guess? Instead of using log.enforce, you go using log.debug. We say.
Yes.
Can you find out reason?
Yeah, because we set our level to info, so the log debug will not be displayed. That's why you can just to
one reason, and another reason, of course, if you mention the what is that mode to debug, you can use both debug as well as info, right?
Right.
In that case also, better go for debug instead of logging all the messages with info. In that case, no idea, right? No idea.
No.
You can see here. You can see here the reason, the impact if you do. So the info level will be on in production environment. So if you log your messages with info, all those messages would be logged on, right?
Yeah.
So in production environment, unnecessarily the logging will make the log file bulkier.
Okay.
And also degrade the application performance. So this is the other reason. Okay.
Yeah.
And avoid logging information inside for loops, because for loops would be executed n number of times over there, n number of times your values will be logged then. So logging inside a for loop will degrade your performance response time. Okay.
Okay.
Um, so here this step talks about downloading the log4j jar file. Okay.
Okay.
Next, creating the logger initializer servlet and load the log4j dot properties file. I told you that our servlet would be loading our log4j dot properties file.
Must be. Yeah.
So you can see we are going to write a servlet here, logger initializer and extending HTTP servlet. It means it's a servlet, right?
Yeah.
Right.
In that you write that step logger, that is get logger. Okay, and here you will be using the current class logger initializer class. Okay, dot class.
Okay.
And we got the logger, right? Then there
Right.
is a init method in our servlet, right? Init method.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we are overriding that servlet init method, which has config argument. Okay.
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 From this config, we are getting the context, get servlet context. Okay.
Okay.
So from this context, we can get the path of our log4j properties, which is residing in web-inf. Okay. This is how
Yeah.
we get real
Mm-hmm.
path. We get the context root here. Okay. Root.
Yeah.
Then to this real path, we are appending web-inf and log4j dot properties path. So
Yeah.
we get the log file path right here. Here.
Yeah.
Then property configurator dot configure this file.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we got the log object log.info and print a message application initialized so that it's clear that this method gets
Yeah.
executed and application gets initialized.
Okay.
So here the loading will be done only in one place in a web application. Typically, it will be developed by one developer and all other developers need to only use that logger initializer. So the thing is, this logger initializer in your application would be taken care by one programmer. This
Mm-hmm.
particular servlet I am talking about.
Yes.
There may be 10 or 20 developers in a project. So one developer would be writing this servlet. Okay.
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 All the other developers would be directly using getLogger method and pass their classes. Okay.
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 And I told you that my servlet is the first servlet to be loaded. You can see servlet open, servlet close tag in the web XML.
Okay.
In that servlet name, servlet class, which we are familiar with, right?
Right.
So you need to give your servlet class over there, logger
Mm.
initializer, right?
Right.
And here you can see there is a tag load on startup and one being the value.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
means
Okay.
this servlet has to be loaded on the startup of the server.
Mm.
Got it?
Got it.
Got it.
This is one of the important interview questions. Please do remember.
All right.
Got it. Yes.
Then, so creating a logger object. So you are going to give your class name here in the argument. Get logger on logger and you get the log. Okay.
Okay.
The routine step which I have been telling. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And add the necessary logging here in your classes. Maybe in your do post or do get method, you are going to put this logging. So here you can see request.get parameter. We are obtaining first name, last name, passport, address, gender, country, some form data, right?
Right.
And that form data is being put into a bean here, user bean, right? This is what is happening right here.
Mm.
And you can see directly you can go to catch block. So in catch block we use log.error, and you can see in if conditions we use log.debug. In catch block
Yeah.
log.error. So
Yeah,
we'll be using
yeah.
that logger in our class like this.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so logging user-defined objects. So okay, the messages are variable values can be printed. We know well. How to print the object then? We are already familiar with printing the object. In the object, toString method we have, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So in toString method we will override and put the status of the object over there.
Okay.
Why is this toString method generally used? To give a textual description of our object, right?
Right. Yeah.
So we will be
Right.
overriding the toString method in our class to log these define user objects. Okay,
Okay.
that's what I explained here. So toString method is overridden with our user class, and here you can see user's first name, last name are being displayed over there. That's it.
Yeah.
Then so there is some what is that registration BO, some business object, and over there also you can see in our class first we get the logger. First step you can see routine step,
Yeah.
and register user. There is a method. To this we are passing the user object, and you can see log.info, log.debug in if condition, in else condition log.debug, and log.info out of this if else. Okay,
Oh yeah.
Okay.
all these messages are displayed in notepad then finally, and we deploy and run the application. And okay, this is the log file you can see. So log file you can see, if you open your log file it would be like this: info, some main, and in this initializer servlet application initialized. You can see here, this is our
Yeah.
first servlet will be called, right? You can see the first message, and info HTTP, and some registration controller. The entered user details are address, first name, last name. Can you see here?
Yeah.
So this is a simple
Okay.
example of a log file here. Okay.
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 Now I believe you are already done with the simple login page and servlet, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I want you to use this logger with the MVC application which you executed.
Okay.
In MVC
Okay.
application, you have servlet, business object or service layer, DAO, right? These three
Yeah.
classes you have, right?
Yeah.
So
Right.
along with that, you create a package. You create a package with the name. I'll write here. I'll write. So create a package com dot uh, logger demo. In this package, you create that logger initializer servlet. Okay, it's a
Okay.
servlet,
Yeah.
so you need to go for right click on this package, create new servlet. Okay,
Okay.
Yeah.
then you have to write the code present in my slide. Yes, this slide. Okay,
Okay.
then
Yes.
in your controller, in your controller. So maybe you may be using do get or do post, whatever it is. Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
do get or do post. Inside this, you will be. I want you to use the logged messages. Okay.
Yeah.
So before that,
Okay.
you need to configure this. So to configure that, I am writing the steps. I am writing the steps here. First step is download this log4j jar file, okay?
Okay.
Yes.
And from Java 2's website it is,
Mm.
which I have just downloaded, right?
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah.
I will write this jar file, okay?
Okay.
And configure this jar file.
Yes.
How to configure that? And you have to put it in which folder?
Web.
Web.
WebINF lib, right?
Yeah.
Then you configure it. Then you configure it. Then
Yeah.
3. Create
Create
log4j dot
Property.
properties file in
mm. Web.
WebINF. It's a notepad, okay?
Mm.
Notepad with this name, okay? And in this notepad,
Yes.
what you have to put is, I'll show you. Open Google and here you browse for simple log4j dot properties file. Okay, you just type the same string, okay,
Okay.
and you get, so open a link. Okay, so here you can see log4j dot properties file. You just
Mm.
take this, copy it,
Mm.
open a notepad, paste it, okay, and give a name. What name it is? Title of the file.
It is a log4j property file.
Log4j dot properties, right? Fine.
Yes.
Then there are certain values right here. These
Mm-hmm.
values. You refer to my slide
Mm.
and put this over there.
Okay.
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 Make sure the
Okay.
spelling is correct.
Okay.
So I write here. Yes. Notepad log4j dot properties file, and in that there is a path, right? You can give either D drive or E drive, whatever it is. Okay, it's your choice. And you can give your
Mm-hmm.
log file name. Here they have given my log, and log files is a
Mm-hmm.
folder. Okay, you can give your name also, folder name. And when your application is executed, automatically a folder is created and a notepad is created. You don't need to create this.
Ah, okay.
Oh.
You will be just giving the name over there.
Okay.
Fine. Then this thing, logger initializer. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So 4, then 5, 5. Use this in all your classes. Got
Yes.
it?
Yeah.
Got it.
Easy,
Got
right?
it.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's it. I think I have not missed anything. And in your sublet, you need to write this. Yes, I'll address this
Yes.
also.
Yeah.
So before using that, and put load on
Dot.
startup tab 1. Okay. I have
Yeah.
that
Yes.
slide also. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you execute your application and open the log file from that path which you are mentioning. Definitely it will work.
Okay.
Make a
Okay.
try. If you are unable to succeed, I'll help you out.
Okay.
And that's all about logger. And the topic left over is JUnit.
Okay.
We will see JUnit. And I didn't get a reply from my student.
Oh.
I'm just waiting for a reply from him. If it is possible, uh, I mean, if it is possible, can you join at 7:30? If I don't have a class, I'll inform you. 7:30 a.m. IST. I'll write here.
7:30. Okay.
I won't be
7:30.
able to make it.
You won't be able to make it.
Yeah.
Then no issues, no problem. We will see tomorrow then. No problem.
Yeah.
Mike wants to talk to me. He said, "I'll be online in GoTo meeting. I need some 10 minutes break. I'll be back.
Okay.
All right.
I'll email you these things. Please make a try with this Log4j. I believe you
Yeah,
can
of course.
do that.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Welcome. You please inform Mike that I'll be in session. Once I am back, I'll ping him on this chat window. I'm just away from my computer for next 10 minutes.
Okay. So we can exit?
You both can exit.
Okay.
Please inform Mike because Mike may be away. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell him that I'll be back in 10-15 minutes. Once I am back, I will ping a message. Okay?
All right.
Okay.
Fine. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Welcome.
Hello, Ahmed.
Serious side effects may include a tear in your stomach or intestine. It can also include symptoms of opioid.
Hello. Hey, Ahmed. Hello. Oh, hey, Ajay. Oh, hey, Mike here. Hey, I wanted to like have a chat. You know, can you? I'm trying. Oh, hey, Ahmed. Hello. Oh, hey, Ahmed, can you hear me?
Hello.
Hey, how are you? Hello, can you hear me?
I was aware.
Oh, yeah. I think Gus told me that.
Hear you.
Yeah, you can hear me? Oh, okay. Hey, I talked to Ajay. I told him to.
Yeah, it's clear.
Oh, it's clear? It's clear? Can you hear me?
Come again?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's clear.
Oh, okay. I told Ajay
Yes,
to.
I can hear you.
I told Ajay to finish the recording. I'm surprised we didn't like add the recording.
Okay, let him finish the recording.
Yes, and I told him to put you as organizer, so you should be able to do it too. From I think I told him.
Okay, I'll see whether I am organizer. Yeah, I am organizer.
Yeah, so you can just like yeah, I told him to put you as organizer, so you should be able to add the session, to add the recording.
I'll see where it is available. No, I don't have that stop recording option. Though I am organizer, I cannot see that stop recording button.
Okay, let me just give me 1 minute. Let me give him a call.